So yes, I do consider myself a B baby of sorts, you know, because I grew up in a mixed family, you see. Well, with me being the mixed one in the family. My mother is a black woman, Xhosa, born in Transkei. Thanks, Mom. My father was a white man, born in Switzerland. Yeah. Not so much. Boo, yeah? Yeah. So, you know, so obviously they got together and they, you know, they did the thing. Yeah, they're very, very, very liberal. Obviously, my mom was one of those that was, you know, one of those women that was not going to stand up to the laws because obviously during apartheid, you couldn't get together. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Apartheid. Notice how we say it like that these days. Apartheid. Sounds like something you got on your shoe. Ooh, got some apartheid on my shoe. Who would leave apartheid lying around like that? Shh, I swear. Yeah, where's the real? It's actually apartheid. Ah, apartheid. Yeah, that sounds worse. Because during apartheid, you weren't allowed to mix with people of the opposite race. White people and black people weren't allowed to get together, weren't allowed to live together. Group areas acts, all of those different acts that stop people, you know. So if they found you together, then the police would kick down your doors, poof, and come in there and be like, "What are you doing?" And then they'd kick you. Huh? 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 Going to jail. And you, meneer, I know you were drunk, but don't do it again. Come on. Please. Okay, fatwa. All right, cheers. So, you know, that's what happened. It was a very bad time in South Africa, yes. Although during bad times, as they say, necessity is the mother of all invention. And that is when we invented toy-toying. Yay! Don't understand how that came about, though. Really don't understand how black people thought, in order to show how angry we are, we're going to dance. No. Never really got it. Who was the first guy who did that? The first guy standing there going, "I want equal rights. You can't treat me like a dog. Why can't I sit on that bench? Why can't I climb on that bus? Why can't I live there? Eh? Why? You are making me angry, man. You are just making me so angry. You know, you people are just, these people are just making me so. That's not angry. People are smiling. Kill the poor. The farmer. Kill. No wonder it took so long to get help. There must have been tons of foreign correspondents in South Africa. There they were. And crossing live now to South Africa, we've got Andrew in the midst of it all. Andrew, could you tell us exactly what's happening out there? Yes, well, Mary, as you can see, I'm standing in Soweto, the biggest township in South Africa. And to be honest with you, the locals look really happy right now. They dancing, they singing, everybody's having a blast of a time. The news has just come out that they'll all be learning in Afrikaans. And as you can see, they really look overjoyed by it. Over to you in the sports. It was apartheid, but my parents didn't care. They were renegades, yeah, mavericks. My mom was a true maverick. She was like, "Ooh, I'm going to get a white man." Shoo. And then my dad was obviously, you know, well, you know how the Swiss love chocolate. So, you know, they got together, they did the deed. My mom gave birth to me, but then I couldn't live with the family as a parental unit together. Had to go back to the townships with my mom. She couldn't say that the father of her child was in fact a white man, because obviously, you know, in the townships, there were the bimpies. The snitches, we hated them. So, you know, so she had to lie on my birth certificate. She just didn't put her father, you know, which wasn't strange. It wasn't strange. She just didn't have a father. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's not like I was the only black kid in the township going, "I don't know who he is." Yeah. It wasn't strange at all. But she didn't say anything to anybody. So everybody just drew their own conclusions, you know, everyone in the townships, which is not such a great idea, because when people's imaginations are let loose, you'll be surprised at what they come up with. Because people did not put one and one together with me. In fact, when I came home, people in the township, in fact, assumed that I was an albino. Oh, you laugh, but it wasn't funny. I was even told when my mom brought me home, at least my family loved me, walked me into the house, there I was, little baby wrapped in a blanket. My grandmother came and she was, "Ow, you shame. Ow. Ooh, you little Alpi. No, faghi umbrella, cosa c'è? Faghi umbrella. Yeah, ne? But my family treated me very normal, they really did. It was the people around me that were different. In Orlando East, there was this whole mystic vibe to me all of a sudden. People started speaking. Most people got over it. People that were really interested in me, though, were the other albinos. Yeah, because they keep like a log of everyone that comes in. Boss, 2 more. Okay. Because generally in the township, there's only like 1 albino for every phase, Oh, lo, I say phase 2. Yeah, ngiyamazi. Ticks them off on the list. So when I came into the picture, they're like, "Oh, boss, there's another one." Everything was cool. Till I started getting older. And they started noticing a few differences, especially when my hair grew black. And there was a furore. Everyone was just like, "Oh, boss, have you seen him?" People were like, "No, it's not possible." Started following me around. When my mom would walk with me to the taxi rank, they would be there creeping behind us. Check, 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 check. I'd always turn around, they'd act natural. Well, as natural as you can act, 4 albinos standing together. They had their meetings, there they were. Their groups, and they were talking about it. No, before anything else, gents, have you heard? Have you heard? There's one of us, but he's different. What do you mean? He's different. He's got a skin light, just like us, but his head grows black. And he has no problems with the sun. He can walk anytime he pleases. Anytime. He's the one. The Daywalker. Have you guys seen our president? Huh? Have you seen him lately? Oh man, he's back. He's back and better than ever before, The last few months have been so taxing on him. People fighting with him in parliament, shouting things at him. He's been stressed, sitting in a corner, quiet, all to himself. And then he found out that he would be paying nothing, absolutely nothing for the upgrades at Nkandla. And he walked into parliament, a new man. Had a bounce in his step. Yeah, he swag back. Jacob 2.0. I mean, he's still doing the same things, making the same mistakes, but now he has a certain level of panache. I saw him mess up a speech the other day, stumbled on a word like he always does. This time though, he didn't frown, he didn't get stressed. He just worked through it. And here we can clearly see there are red marble. A marble red marble. A premeditated. Just came back and he handled it. I love how he just stepped away and did the cutest little, I don't even know what he was doing there. He just does like a little, almost like he's just moving his brain to the other side of his head. Like he knows when it's in the wrong place, it doesn't, he just shook it up. And he came back in. Even the way he handled the scandal was powerful. We thought for sure that Nkandla would be his downfall, and yet Jacob Zuma took something so serious, he turned it into a joke and threw it back in our faces. Well, we are clearly living in a place where there is a poverty of politics, people asking questions, but they don't want answers, questions, more answers. We're investigating
They ask again, questions, more answers. Then in Parliament, we're here. Point of order. Point of order. Yes. Nkandla. Thixo waseGeorge Koch.
Who's this guy? Huh? He's just shrugging it off, evading, maneuvering. Never mind the Nkandla joke. I love the fact that he rolled his eyes. That blew my mind. I've never seen Jacob Zuma do that. He looked over and he was like, oh. When did Jacob Zuma start rolling his eyes? That's not something he does. Jacob Zuma doesn't roll his eyes, guys. Yeah. In fact, presidents don't roll their eyes. It's not a very presidential thing to do in Parliament, to roll your eyes at the opposition. Even the most defiant rulers in the world don't roll their eyes. When the UN is telling the leader of North Korea to stop making nuclear weapons, you don't see Kim Jong-un going, oh, whatever. You don't roll your eyes. But Jacob Zuma did, and he did it in style. I want to know where he learned it, how he learned it. Has he been doing this for a while? Yeah, because rolling your eyes is part of an attitude. You don't just roll your eyes. If you roll your eyes, you got that sass, you bitchy, you know? Is he doing more than that? Now I see Jacob in a totally different light. Now I'm picturing him hanging out with the rest of the ANC comrades, chatting about these problems. President, they want to know where's the money, Mr. President. Where did the money go? And he's like, I'm in relic, guys. Over and over. They keep asking me. I mean, literally, I'm dying now. Like, can't they get over it? Like, that music guy, get a life already. Jeez, just because you hang with white chicks. I mean, please, whatever. Is that what he's doing? And if he is, where did he learn that? Where do you learn to roll your eyes at that age? That's what I want to know. It's not your friends. It's not your colleagues. It's probably your kids. Yeah, you learn bad habits at home. Jacob Zuma probably learned it from one of his children in the house. One of his daughters, maybe. She was going out for a night with her friends, caught her as she was leaving.
Hey, Wentombazan, where are you going dressed like that?
Dad, I told you, I'm going out with my friends. I'm going to a party.
First of all, you are already in a party. Secondly, no daughter of mine will dress like that. Go and change.
Oh, Dad, what are you doing? You're killing me. Come on, why are you doing this? I can dress however I want. I'm old enough.
Hey, you will do as I say. As long as you are living under my roofs, which I have paid for with other people's monies, you will obey me. Go and change.
Dad, come on, why are you doing this? Everyone else dresses like this. All the other kids do it.
Are all the other kids my children?
You never know.
Eh? Don't come in this house with that DA attitude. Go and change now. Whatever. What was that? What did you just do?
I didn't do anything, Daddy.
Don't lie to me. I saw it. You did something with your eyes. It looked like the Undertaker. But they came back. What was that?
I just rolled my eyes, Dad.
Girl, it made me feel so insignificant. What you did there made me feel like you did not acknowledge the seriousness of this situation. Can you teach me how to do that?
Yeah, like, it's easy. Like, you just roll your eyes. If someone says something you don't like, then you're just like, whatever.
Whatever.
No, Dad, whoa, that's too much. That's too much. You just gotta loosen up, you know? Just be like, whatever.
Whatever. I think I got it. No, you don't have it, Dad. You're rolling your head. You're supposed to roll your eyes. And my eyes are where? Exactly.
Like I do shows, I've been doing shows around the country, around the world, really. I've been blessed. And I remember one day, I'm in LA, and I'm doing a show, and we're sitting backstage, and this comedian comes in to the backstage area, and he's got a list of all the guys that are performing. And so he looks around, and he looks at the darkest guy in the corner, just the blackest guy he could find, and he goes, "Hey, yo, you the dude from Africa?" And the guy looks up, and he's like, "Nah, man, I'm from Detroit." He's like, "All right, my bad. Yo, okay, Detroit, yeah, you, okay, cool, LA, okay, cool. And then he looks at me for a second, does a quick calculation, and he's like, and then he looks and he goes, "Yo, where you from, man?" I said, I'm from South Africa. He's like, oh, you the dude? Oh, damn, man, damn, I didn't even know they got, you the dude from Africa? Man, I didn't even know they got light-skinned niggas out there, man. Damn, yo, that's the motherland, man. That's the motherland. And all of a sudden, he just started giving me this speech. He was like, "Man, that's where we gotta be, man. That's the motherland out there, man. Yeah, I got to get out there, man. I got to go home, man. You heard? I got to go home. Man, you tell them, all right? You tell them. You tell them I'm coming home, all right?" And I was like, "No, we're not waiting." Because I'm fascinated. I think that whole identity has come from the term African American. This is something that's fascinated me. It's the very loose term African American. Because half of the time you use it for people that aren't even African. Just use it as long as you're black, they go African American. But what if people aren't from Africa and they're still African American? There's people from the Caribbean, from Haiti, from Jamaica. They call it, yeah, African American. Guys like, "No, man, I come from Jamaica. I never from Africa. I ain't never been there before, man." He's like, "You want to stay? African American, man." Yeah. The prefix to American has become as important as American itself. I thought it was just American, but it's not. No, it's very important. You have the prefix. You have African American. You have others like Latin or Mexican American. You have Asian American. You have, the most interesting for me was Indian American, which I learned about during Thanksgiving. Indian American. And then I was told I'm no longer allowed to say this. Said, I now have to say Native American, which is redundant, is it not? Because if somebody's a native of the land they're still in, should you not then just call them American? How does that work? It was the strangest conversation to have, sitting around carving the turkey and just going, I don't understand. I can't say Indian American. He's like, "No, Trevor, you look, you don't want to say that. You want to say Native American. It's a better term." I go, "Oh, well, who called them Indian American?" Well, we did. Oh, I see. And then who changed it? Well, we did. I see. And you guys feel bad, son? Yeah, much better. Much better. This is the craziest thing in the world, changing it, the prefix. And I mean, I don't mean to offend anyone. As Americans, I hope I see some guys looking at me like, okay, move on, guy, move on. Yeah. Because that's the one thing, because the one thing I noticed is white people in America, you never got the prefix. What happened there? You guys got left out? Oh, that's horrible. And it's a first. There's nothing? You guys don't get a prefix? No. Sir, you don't want one? No? Just American? No? Euro American? No? Although, I mean, to be honest, Europeans will be like, no, they are not from us, please. No. No culture, they are not European. So then I get Anglo from the British. Anglo-American, is that more? No, you don't want Anglo. I don't know, Anglo-colonial American, is that... Imperial American? Death Star American? No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm still searching for the answer. My two favorites so far I was traveling in the South, and a gentleman shouts it out. He said, "You can call us super American." So, very well. And my favorite was a man in Atlanta who looked at me and he said, "Why don't you call us honky American?" And I'd never heard of that term. I'd never heard of the word honky before. Because isn't honky the same thing you use for like your car? That's like, and the thing that clowns use, honk honk, that's honky. That's the most honky American. That sounds like a bad children's character for white imperialists, It's like there's Barney, there's Ronald McDonald, and there's honky. This is like, this coming out singing to all the white kids, "It's honky, it's honky. He's gonna teach you how to be white honky. It's honky. Remember kids, white is right. It's honky, it's honky." It's the craziest thing ever, honky. I really please don't get offended. If you're American and you're offended, I really hope that I'm not offending you. I mean this because I am scared of you. No, really. The world, you don't understand. The world is shit scared of America. Like America, because you guys, you've been fighting wars since World War II? You guys haven't stopped. Like America, no, it's true. America's just like the most badass. America's like that really buff guy on the beach, just like not messing around, just walking around. Just like, you do not mess with America. It's like, if America catches you building a sandcastle, like, "What are you doing?" No, America, it's not what it looks like. It's like, "Ah! Ah!" The only time people build sandcastles is when they're gonna attack. Stop that! Is that a bucket? No! America's like, America's that super, because you guys have the best army in the world, and you say, America's that big guy that walks down the hallway, and the rest of the countries just stand on the side. Just like, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact, don't make eye. And as America walks past, like, America's like, "What was that? What was that? Iran? Did you fart?" No, America, I'm sorry. Yes, I fart just a little bit. I'm sorry, America. Iran, were you farting at me? No, America, no, I don't fart at you. I just fart just by myself. Just fart on the back, not to the front. To the front, I say sorry. Please, America. Iran, was that a nuclear fart? No. Not nuclear fart, just beans. Lots of beans fart. Like the mind of Donald Trump. Oh, the other idea he had for the wall was he said America should build the wall out of solar panels. That's what he said. He said America should build the wall out of solar panels because that way the wall would generate electricity and pay for itself. Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna lie. That's a good idea, right? It's a good idea. Unless you know anything about solar panels or the sun or walls. Because the problem with that idea is that the sun is up. A solar panel wall is not going to work because a wall is like this. So technically it's facing down. So unless you have like a really swaggy sun that's like, "Yeah, I shine real low, B," it's not going to work for you. The only way it works is if you take your border solar panel and lean it at an angle to get the sun's rays. But if you do that, now you've just created a giant ramp for Mexicans to shoot into America. It's like, "Órale!" Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can win cool prizes. And by prizes, I mean surprise. There's no prizes. It's a free YouTube video, you greedy. Just click the video, man. Why you want free things on free things?